It's a lovely 4 a.m. here in Aswan, Egypt. See that darkness out the window? That's because it's 4 a.m. and half of the tour group are getting ready to drive 3 hours to go to Abu Simbel. You know, Egypt has, Egypt, really shit coffee. Can't wait till Italy. We've just left our luggage out the front of the hotel room. Hopefully that's cool, because that's what he said to do, but no.
Thanks for being on time. From here to the checkpoint, the beginning of the road is going to be maybe 20 minutes. And we expect to do the 300 kilometers from the checkpoint to the temple in like 3 hours. We're gonna see the sunrise during the way.
Where are we?
We are at Abu Simbel.
Abu Simbel, yes. 3 hour drive later.
Yep.
And some bad coffee in the middle of the Sahara.
Yep.
You're allowed to take photos with like a digital camera outside, and you're allowed to take iPhone photos inside the temple. You have to pay 300 Egyptian pounds, which is about 25-30 Australian dollars, to use a digital camera inside. So I'm not going to bother. Like, I'll just take a heap of pictures from outside and maybe take a few sneaky vids and pics inside on this camera. But yeah, $30 to take a few seconds of footage. Like, I don't even know how long we're going to be in there for. We could be in there for 5 minutes and I've spent $30. I mean, iPhones are great. Abu Simbel is at the far south of Egypt, about 40 kilometres from the border with Sudan, and it sits on the shore of Lake Nasser, which the Nile River runs through. The temple was meant to shock and awe those who sailed past it, so our tour guide wanted us to keep looking out towards the water while we walked down to it, without peeking, ready to turn around for the big reveal.
Okay, now we can turn around.
Wow. Wow. Nice. Big reveal.
That was the idea. This is what was the temple built for.
Abu Simbel was built in 1264 BC, so over 3,200 years ago. Cut into the rock face of a mountain, the massive statues of King Ramses II guard the temple inside. That monument behind me is the reason that we got up so early this morning. Not gonna lie, it is pretty cool. It was built by King Ramses II, I believe, to basically show people down here that as the new king, he was the man. He was strong and powerful, because obviously in those days they didn't have media and stuff to push the message of the new leader. So he built it here so people sailing down the Nile would kind of float past it and look up at it in awe.
One of the main jobs of the king of Egypt was to control this land, and also to keep those people under control all the time, because when they get stronger, they start to attack us. So if you are a Nubian man walking by and you saw this, like what we did over there, what would you think? This is the king of Egypt.
Big and powerful.
Yeah. There was no TV, there was no media like internet. So this was the media. This was the strong message he wanted to send to people. Think again.
Just like the Philae temple, they actually moved it so that entire mountain, not just the monument, but the entire mountain was cut up, because it used to be out there and it was flooding. So they cut it up into a heap of different pieces and moved the entire mountain over there. And it's one solid mountain as well. So inside there's hieroglyphics and statues on the walls, and that's all carved into the mountain. It's not actually put there later. It's pretty impressive. This one over here, I haven't looked at it yet, but apparently it is a temple that he built for his wife, for the Queen, for his favourite wife.
He had around more than 50 wives and more than 170 children. He was very busy.
Yeah, very busy.
So Ramses II and his favorite wife Nefertari, which that temple was built for her honor, and that was maybe the second time in the history when a king built a whole temple in the honor of his wife.
Check out the Nile behind me. Unreal. Now the rush of tourists have left. It's a lot more serene than it was half an hour ago. Was it worth getting up at 3:30 in the morning? I reckon. You're only in Egypt once. I mean, these are mountains that have been carved out as temples. You don't see that every day. Okay, so we are heading back for another 3-hour drive back to Aswan. Hey, how are ya? So, we're on our Nile cruiser. I think it's called the MS Miriam. We're on here for 3 nights, including Christmas Eve and Christmas night. We actually don't leave until 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So we just kind of docked here in the Nile River. Everyone else is up that way, checking out the boat. Just sitting up on the deck here, enjoying the beautiful Egyptian sun. It's kind of a cool boat. There's 3 boats kind of docked side by side. So to get to our boat, we had to walk through 2 other boats. We've arrived, and we have to walk through the middle of 2 ships to get to ours. That's different. I feel like I'm in Titanic smoking. 16, 17, 310, 310, 310. It's actually better than I thought it would be.
Me too. I'm quite impressed.
Yeah.
Very posh.
I was expecting something a little dodge.
Me too.
It's our view of the Nile. So that, kidlets, is the Nile River. And it's got a little gym. Oh yeah, cool. It's leg day tomorrow. It's got a pool, see behind me. It's got a bar. It's got a restaurant. Tonight we have been invited to a belly dancing show in the lounge, which will be fun. So yeah, at the moment just chilling here on the Nile River, looking at all these feluccas going past. But the other people in our group have gone on a felucca cruise. So rather than be on the ship here, they're going to be roughing it on these boats where they have to sleep on the boat, kind of like camping, like sleeping on the actual deck. They've got to bring sleeping bags and stuff, which would have been cool for a couple of nights, but I'm glad now that we can have this cruise. It kind of feels like I'm having a holiday in the middle of my holiday, so it should be a pretty chill couple of days. I'm going to go and see what the rest are doing and probably unpack my stuff, because it's also the first time in a while that we've been in the same place more than 1 or 2 nights. That is random as...
Go home and try this.
He must be classically trained.
So we are finally setting sail from Aswan. We're about to get off the boat. We are going to Komombo. So we're at Komombo at the moment, which is an ancient hospital basically. It was where people would come for healing, and it was also a rehab centre. Apparently they used hash and opium back in ancient Egypt. Just going to go down to the market down here and get hassled by some kids and probably buy some random shit just cause. Any money? I don't know what you want, but whatever you want, I've got it. £2. £2. No, it's beautiful.
That's expensive. 6 for 5, this one.
Nah, I'm good.
3, 4, 5, 6. This one a present for me.
What am I gonna do with 6 of them? I've only got 2 hands.